Hey everyone, this is Michelle. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting East Bay Stamp Chick. That's my YouTube channel. I have a fun tutorial today for you of how I made this cute little booklet. It's like a little journal. And I used an A2 card die set to do this. And I'll show you all those pieces, what I used. And let me just show you the inside of our little booklet today. So it's got that cute little flower and the dream big and some sequins on the front with this nice little scallop border. And then open it up and you have a pocket with a little card that you can journal on or add photos. You've got your writing paper here, okay? And then another pocket back here with another little card. So really simple, really cute, nice little gift to give someone, and it's the A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you know it's kind of a, you can do a little bit bulkier, like bigger envelope to mail this, but it won't be super bulky. You can see, I mean, it does have some dimension, but it's fairly flat, so easy to mail. So let me show you what I used to make it. This is a little bit of an older die set from Stephanie Bernard. And she does make one currently from the Stamps of Life that is very similar to this. It's called a double scallop A2 size card. And basically the difference is mine has scallops on the front and then not on the back. Hers has scallops on both sides. So that's the newest version. And then some of the words and little decorative die cuts that come in this one are different than what come in the other one. But you could definitely get the double scalloped A2 card kit that she sells, and you could make the same booklet. Okay. So what I used out of that kit, this is the frame, the base. So this cuts out the booklet. You can see I did one right now already out of pink. This is 80-pound cardstock from my stash that I used, which is fine. You don't have to have anything thicker unless you want to. And then it comes with this piece that makes the decorative front, and I also used it on the pockets. You can see it just drops right in. It fits perfect. And that's all you need out of that. So let me show you how I put this together and what other dies I used. Basically everything is, all the dies are Stephanie Bernard Stamps of Life products to make this. So let's put this together. The paper is from Echo Park. It's their Hello Spring collection. And I got that at Tuesday morning, but I think it is still available on the Echo Park website. And it is something like, I think I've seen it at some of the scrapbook expos. If you get one of those in your area this year, my area is not having one due to COVID, but you might be having one. Some parts of the country are getting one. So going to put that on, just line up the scallops. I like to use glue just because it gives me a chance to kind of wiggle and get everything straight. Versus you can use tape. Any type of adhesive is fine. But sometimes once you put the tape down, then that's it. You can't do anything else. Okay, so we've got that on the front. What I want to do next is do the booklet part, and then we can do the side pockets. And so to do the booklet, this is just printer paper from my printer. Nothing special. And I cut out 5 sheets of 7 1/2 by 4 1/4 and then folded them in half. So this is my little booklet. By doing 5 sheets, you know, that gives us enough front and back to write on to kind of make it worthwhile. So what you're going to do is put that right into the crease, and you're going to try to line that up where it's, you know, fairly even on both sides. And then I'm going to take some clothespins here and hold that where I want it. Okay. Next, I'm going to take this is a little, like we call it an awl. And you can get one at your local hardware store. This one is one that I got from We Are Memory Keepers. And it came with like a little bookbinding kit. But it's great for punching your holes. So I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm not going to measure anything. But you're going to want a hole in the center. And then I'm going to do one on each side. And you want to try and get that in the crease. And you can see on the other side that hits the crease there as well. Yeah, there you go. There you can see. Okay, and then I'm using some waxed thread, and this is kind of like a bookbinding thread. I'm not sure if it's a synthetic or a linen. Sometimes they sell ones that are linen. I like to start in the middle. I do about 3 times the length that I want to sew is what I cut off. So that make sure that I have enough. And this is very simple because this is a really lightweight booklet. So I don't need to do a lot of sewing to hold this together. Otherwise, you know, if you had something more heavy duty, you could do more holes and do something a little bit more intricate. Pull that, there we go. Okay, so you can see I'm already ready to tie this off. It's just got the 2, let's see here, there we go. You can see that 2 threads on the back. And then it'll have the 2 in here. Okay, remove the needle. I always like to start in the middle so that way my knot is pretty much centered. But you don't have to. You can start on one end or the other. Just know, like, if you start on the inside of the book, your knot will be on the inside. If you start on the outside of the book, your knot will be on the outside of the book. So you have to decide where you want that. I have done them where they're on the outside of the book. And then I use the strings to tie like a charm. Or, you know, ribbons, things like that. But this one I'm making simple, so I don't need to do that. Okay. So let's just flatten that a little bit with our crease tool. And there you go. So really simple. And you can use embroidery floss if you want to. Whatever you have. I just wouldn't recommend like sewing thread because it's so thin. You want something a little thicker. So more like an embroidery floss. A thin yarn, anything like that would work pretty good, I think. So now we can definitely do our pockets. And to make the pocket, I used that same die that I used on the cover, but I cut off the bottom scallop. So right across here, I just cut that off. And that way it made it a little bit shorter, and that way we could see when we put our card in, okay? And so I just did that with my paper trimmer. To put this on, you want to make sure you don't go all the way around. We're just going on the sides and across the bottom. And you want to make sure that you have just a little bit of a gap. So that way there's plenty of space for your booklet to close around the pages and the pocket. Okay, so we do the same thing front and back. I am using Bearly Art Glue. I've been using that for almost a year. I really like it. And they're kind of a newer brand out there. So this side doesn't have scallops, you don't have to match anything up. Now on my other booklet I did corner round the pages just because I thought that went better. I forgot to do it on this one before I put it in, but I can still do those. You can see on this one I just corner rounded. So I think that makes a nice touch. Something you can do. And then I did already make 2 cards, and these cards measure 3.5 by 4, and then I took a 1/4 inch off each side to do the inset of printed paper. And I just did these in white with the printed paper. Okay, and I'll show you where I got the heart die from too. But those just fit right in. Okay, so really cute. So on the original booklet, you can see I've decorated the hearts in both areas. And that is also from the Stamps of Life, and that is current product. This is called Double Hearts. So it's a nice little die. It comes with the heart die with the outline, the inset, and the shadow that goes around. And when I did in the first booklet, I did not use the shadow die. I just, did the outline with the inset. And this time I am doing with the shadow. And so that's going to go right there. And let me show you how I assembled one of those. So I have one I'll cut up here. There we go. So the back, the shadow piece I did in a white. And then we're going to take the pink outline piece and glue that down. And line that up. There we go, with the shadow. And again, you could use an adhesive paper or tape runner. I like to use the glue. I just think it's easier if you need to kind of slide anything around to make it fit. And there is the inset piece. And here's the other one. Okay. And these I did not put on foam or anything because you want your booklet to lay flat. So I just glued those down. So it looks really cute, just a simple embellishment. Just to do a little something right there. What's fun is you can always add a photo here, a special quote. This is a great way to collect verses if you like Bible verses. Okay, so now we need to add our ribbon. You can see this one has a ribbon closure, okay? And I just used double-sided tape. And this is a about a 24-inch long, 2 feet of ribbon. So I'm going to find the center. Okay. And we're going to use some of this tape. And what I like to do is put it on the booklet so I get it pretty much centered. We'll peel this off. And let me make sure I have the center of my ribbon. Yep. So this is the center of the ribbon. And then I put that right on there. And then we need to do the other side. And that way I can line this up. So that way I know it's straight. Okay. So there we go. So now we have our closure. The more you close it, the easier it will kind of stay closed. Right now it's kind of popping open a little bit because it's all new. And there we go. And you can always trim that. Alright, so let's do the front. For this one, I put the Dream Big die with a flower and some sequins. And the Dream Big die is from a new set from the Stamps of Life. This one right here. And it has lots of great sentiments. I love all of them on here. This set is actually from HSN. It is currently available. This video is March 2021. So this set is available on HSN. It is not available on the Stamps of Life website. So you do have to get that at HSN. What's great is you get the words and the shadows on this. So you can see that like the Be Fearless, that green part is the shadow and the pink is the actual words. So that's the one we're going to use for today, is the Be Fearless. And what I did is I cut the shadow die out of this printed paper, and then I cut it out of Fun Foam. So you can kind of see how thick that is. Okay, so I just cut the Fun Foam, I cut the paper, and then I adhered them together. And I used glue. You could use adhesive sheets if you wanted to, but glue, like I said, is just easier for me. Then I took the Be Fearless, cut it out of the paper, and if you can see, I'll bring this up closer. I actually cut 2 other Be Fearless sentiments out of 100-pound white cardstock. 110-pound cardstock, just from Michael's Crafts. So simple cardstock. So that gives it a little bit of dimension. Okay, and so then we're just going to glue that right on top. And then we will glue that to the shadow. And so it gives you kind of some nice dimension. It makes it thick, and it also makes it really secure, and it's not something that can easily get bent because there's so many layers. So that will make it firm, and you don't have to worry about it getting messed up. Okay. And we'll just line that up and press that down. Okay, so really easy. Put some glue there. Okay, and so you can see how thick that is. All right, and so we're just going to use some glue to apply this. I also already made a flower, and this flower is from the Stamps of Life, and this one is called Newport Flowers, and this is on the Stamps of Life website, so you can find it there. It is current product. They do sell it, and so I used this flower right here with the shadow, and I used the smaller, like, little button and this little smaller flower to create the layers. And you can tell I used some foam dots to pop up in the center, so it has a little bit of dimension. Okay, so what we'll probably do is something like this, I think. That will be similar to this one. Super cute. So let's just glue this on. So really easy little booklet. So what's great is you can definitely make this a card, and it's adorable little card. But a little surprise here is doing a booklet. And that's a really nice gift to give to somebody. Let's just press this down, make sure it adheres really good. And then I think I'm going to put the flower, yeah, I think I'll just put it right there. Let me peel off these foam squares. Get these off. There. And then on this booklet I did add some sequins. You can see there's a few sequins here and there, so I can add those in on this booklet. But basically this one is ready to go. So what do you think? I think really cute, nice simple little gift. You can always write on it as well, so it's kind of a card and a gift, but really fun. So hopefully you liked that. If you enjoy getting lots of fun paper craft ideas, things to make, then subscribe to my channel, and you'll be seeing more videos from me with lots of fun stuff. And leave me comments and let me know what you think, or if there's something you want to see me make. I'd love to do that for you. All right, thanks so much for visiting. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much.